I'm Elaine Lemoyne, the clerk for Counseling on Aging. Today is March 6th, 10 a.m., Thursday morning. 7th, sorry.
You have the date right.
And now can we have a roll call?
Our first order of business would be to elect a chair pro tem for
Okay.
this meeting. If somebody wants to nominate
I
somebody.
make the nomination to have Sharon Frank as our chairman pro tem.
Second it.
Oh, I probably got this. You want to have a vote?
All in favor? Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Okay, all right. Next would be the call to order.
Can we
Which
have a
had-
roll call, ladies?
We did that.
No, we
No, we
didn't.
didn't.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You called the meeting to order. Just give us your names.
Janet Wilson,
Sharon Frank.
half asleep.
Judy Johnson Riggle.
Celine Hassel.
Elaine Lemoyne.
Carolyn McClure.
Okay, I'm looking at the wrong thing here.
And we have a moment of silence
Yeah.
for the sick and the departed.
Oh, here's one.
And guess.
Death
And guess.
and guess, sorry.
Okay, can we have a motion to accept the minutes of the meeting of February 1st?
Motion?
Motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, carried. Before we move to the director's report, I'd like to do this a little bit out of order. We need to vote for a chairman to fill in from now until the rest of Melissa Coronan's term, which I believe is December of '24. And I nominate Celine Hassel for that.
Second
job.
it.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Congratulations, it's all yours.
Thank you for the vote of confidence. I planned on doing my best with
Welcome on
everybody's
board.
support.
The agenda is all yours.
Oh, starting now?
Right away.
Ah, right into the fire. Okay. Can I have a director's report?
Sure. So I'll start with the big news at the COA, and many of you already know this, but we have finally found our outreach coordinator in Isis Davis. She's sitting in the front row. Big welcome to Isis. So she is currently in training, and right now she's handling just a part of the job, and her training continues. As things walk in the door, situations walk in the door, they're learning moments for her. So right now, we're mostly working together and doing training, and we're very happy to have her. So thrilled to welcome her. And
Welcome on board.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Sharon, it's,
want to say anything or not? It's up to you. But
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in Wareham, so I graduated from Wareham High School. I went to college at LaSalle University and got a sociology degree. And yeah, so now I'm here back in Wareham, and I'm excited to give back to the community.
Good.
Thank you.
welcome. Sharon, if people come in looking for the fuel assistance and stuff, are you still doing?
yes,
That
it
part,
needs to
okay.
come through me first because that's something, those requests have been, we're very late in the season, so we don't get many right now. We're not getting many right now, so anything other than out-of-town transportation and medical equipment still needs to come through me, and then we work on it together.
Okay.
So she'll be a pro on fuel assistance by next year, but right now.
Yeah.
So thank you, Isis, appreciate that. And the other thing, we had our St. Patrick's Day luncheon yesterday. Thank you to all who came and supported and helped out. It was a big success. People were very happy. The Elks are so good to us, and it was a really good day. So it was
It was a great time.
Thank you. Yes, well, Elaine was the belle of the Irish ball. With, I have to post those pictures today. So stay tuned, check out Facebook later today, and you'll see all the wonderful outfits that people wore with the, yeah. And those pants were amazing, so. And that's, mostly in a nutshell. We're just as busy as ever, busier than ever. And we're just struggling to keep up, that's the day-to-day stuff. That's about it for me.
Okay. Board member update? Anybody's got anything?
I don't have anything, I don't think.
I just have a question about, are we a no-pet building or are we not?
So that came up, I saw something yesterday that I need to think about. We are not officially a no-pet building, but I think, even though I am very pet-friendly, service dogs are obviously legally required, and that is not an issue. But I've seen that some people are bringing in pets, and it's challenging because some people are very afraid of animals, even if they're the calmest, sweetest dogs.
Right.
Some people are allergic. There's the lady from the sheriff's department. I mean, that poor woman suffered through one of our triad meetings because somebody brought a dog in that big gym. The dog was far away, and she left there miserable. And yesterday I saw was it yesterday or maybe Monday? I don't know. I saw recently somebody with a dog, and they left it with a leash, and there's a tripping hazard there because the dog was kind of skittering around. So I need to talk to town hall and see how to handle this, but it's tough because I want to let the dogs in, but I think there's a downside to it as well. So it's nice if people just don't bring them in and I don't have to worry. I'm not talking about Daisy, but Daisy's a special dog.
Right.
She's a service dog. That's different.
Did you say something, Jim?
And
I'll wait, well, what I'd like to say is, I think it's good people bring in their assistance dogs. I think they should be kept on a leash most of the time.
Yeah. What I saw, it was actually one of the pool, I don't even know whose it was, but it was one of the pool players. And he had put the leash around the table on the entrance. And people walk there.
Correct.
Yeah, and if you're not anticipating a little dog under your feet, and I have to, again, my focus is not on that person, it's on what's best for the COA, and I saw so many vulnerabilities there for the senior who might not be paying attention, coming off the elevator, not anticipating a dog there, because there usually isn't, and it was a little dog on top of it, so.
The leash was right across.
Yeah, so, so I don't know what the process is, but I think that's where it has to come down, is that,
it's on your to-do list.
it's on my to-do list, yeah, and it's unfortunate, because I don't want to do it, but I don't think I really have a choice,
Okay.
unless there's a way to keep, even that, it's hard, because some people,
Is that all we had?
I gotta respect everybody's rights, not just the
think
dog
so.
owners, so, anyway.
Okay, that was all,
To be continued.
okay, that was all I had.
Any other member update?
Judy, you got anything?
Did you want to? No, that's later on.
Board member update?
Well, this is.
Yeah, that's later on.
Yeah, that's later on.
Anything
No,
else?
I don't have any update.
Carolyn?
I have an update on the Friends. We reached our 100th member today,
Yay!
and it was Judy. And we officially became a 5013C.
Okay, good.
So
Yay,
we are.
same day.
We are. It's a big day for us, and we're
I
on
do
our
have a
way.
question about that. Does the Friends of the Wareham COA need a board of directors?
Absolutely. Are you volunteering?
No, is there a conflict with you being a part of our board and being on that, or anybody else?
One, this is an appointed board, and versus the other is just a volunteer group.
Okay.
Okay? And right now, we only have a president, which is me, and I am looking send a notice out to everybody, tell them we're looking to fill the slots of
Establish a
vice
board,
president,
yeah.
secretary, treasurer. I have someone who said that she would sign on as treasurer from now till we have our first major meeting in October. But
Oh, okay.
here we go.
How are we doing with the,
Craft fair?
thank you, craft fair?
It is going to be July 13th, which is a Saturday. It's going to be at the Elks. The tables are $50 each, $40 if you're a member of the Friends. And we have an email going out to a list of 150 crafters this weekend.
Whoa,
where'd you get And-
that list?
From a friend at the OBA.
Good.
And she's taking care of that. She's sending that out. Maybe you know Millie Burrows? Okay, so Millie's taking care of that. And we're also posting on Facebook, and we'll see how soon. And we should know by mid-May, I would think, whether we're going to have enough crafters. I spoke to Barbara yesterday at the Elks, and we agree that people can just use the round tables. And there's quite a few of them, so we could host quite a few crafters.
All right, now, is it gonna be just indoors, or is it gonna be both, depending upon the weather?
You know, the thing is, if you say it's indoors and outdoors, I would love to, because outdoors would draw people as they see it. But if you get a bad weather day, what do you do with the people who've got
Yeah.
tables outside? So I'm afraid it's gonna have to be outdoors with a lot of advertising. And,
Outdoors?
I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Indoors with a lot of advertising, and the Elks will actually
Well,
advertise.
should the day turn out well and the people that come want to set up a table outdoors, they could,
I guess,
you know, I mean,
absolutely. I mean,
plan indoors,
A lot of
but,
them have their own
right,
shelters, their own equipment.
some bring their own stuff.
Yep,
Setups,
yep,
yeah.
which is
Because
true.
we've been to craft fairs that they've been outdoors, even in December, and indoors as well, so it's
So
whatever they
they're
prefer to
both
do, I
ways.
guess.
Yeah, and I actually met Dave Anderson, Slim, from the kitchen at the Elks yesterday, and I spoke to him about would they consider doing food at the craft fair, and he said absolutely. So we'll work, I told him we'd work on that as we get closer to the date. So
Oh, good.
we're up and running.
Good.
Excellent. At least being in July the 13th, if it's really hot out, you've got the AC inside.
That's true, that's true. We switched from the end of the month because OBA runs their
Yeah.
Chalk Fest beginning of August.
Too close.
And they also have vendors, and, you know, could be we end up with the same vendors. So I thought we'd give it a little breathing space in between. Okay, that's my report.
Any other updates? Let's go on to old business, the logo.
Okay, I guess that's me.
Yeah.
We
So-
put together, Sharon and I put together a packet with pictures in it that could be possible logos. It's kind of thick. I think there's 11, 12, 13 pictures.
No, there's, I think, 13.
13, yeah.
Yes, so these are just options that Elaine did some, Judy did some, I did some online. We are at this stage really thinking about design, not colors, not words. We just want to start with a format. I did bring, I hope I didn't forget it downstairs. Shoot. I had planned, oh, here it is. This is actually, I thought the smallest size that we would need the logo to be, but it's actually not, because a business card is actually a little bit smaller than this. So this is how tiny this logo will need to shrink down to and still be visible and legible and clear on what it is.
Sharon.
So, yeah. It's tiny, and it's hard to, you know, when you're looking at something at this size, it also has to be, you know, big enough to be on banners and things like that, and that's a lot easier, but the tiny is the hard part.
Yeah.
So when you're looking at these things, look at, keep that in mind.
How it's gonna
And
go.
also, again, the colors can be changed, they can be added, they could be black and white. It doesn't, the words can be changed, but the style is really what we're looking for at this point, and then we can, once we kind of narrow it down. Each
small
one
can that
is
go?
numbered. So what would be really helpful is if you take your time with it and go through and choose, we'll say your top 2, and then return these to me within the next 2 weeks. We'll tabulate them, and then based on everybody's preferences, next meeting, we can have a smaller packet to look at, and then talk about maybe what kind of words we want, or what colors we want, or, and there are some that are multiples on one page. These are real logos that exist at different COA organizations, and I happen to like them and stole them. But we can tweak things to work for us. This one here, number 6, Thrive. My senior center had a contest of all the existing, their existing members, and this one was chosen to be the best of the best. So, doesn't mean we have to do anything, I just threw it in there.
Can I see the envelope?
Clever.
Oh, sure.
We thought it would be helpful if you put your name on it.
Oh, yes.
If you had any comments, you could write right on it, comments.
Do that.
Yeah,
You know, like absolutely
point.
not, or, you know, and then
AC in the
take them home and do that, and in 2 weeks,
Oh, it's in the multi-service.
we'd like to have them
building.
back.
right, exactly. So if you have any thoughts like, oh, like this one, but think it should be green, or whatever, or, truthfully, the ones that are printed, not the ones that are multi-pages, but all these others, I had started this process in Attleboro, and we never, so I just changed Wareham to, Attleboro to Wareham, and kept them. And, you know, and these are certainly not finished products in any way, shape, or form. I'm talking about the ones that I did. And both Elaine and Judy spent some time doing some sketches, and kind of like different versions, or very similar versions of the same thing. I don't know if the two of you would like to talk about your thoughts on that. And Elaine, I apologize that yours are in the back. I just didn't have yours at the time that Judy made the copies. So Elaine's are the last 2, and Judy's are the first 2. But it's not a judgment. It's just that I didn't
Well,
have
mine
the
was
copies.
rotten 2 o'clock in the morning.
No, I'm not picking on anybody. I'm just saying it was
We just
not
randomly-
available.
And I
at the time.
Randomly put
changed
it
my
away.
canoes to
Yeah.
the lights,
So if we put social.
I remember that.
or teepees.
I did stop at the T-shirt shack just to like kind of get an idea, because I really like the idea of having the T-shirts with the logo on it. And of course, you can't get a good price until we narrow it down to what picture we want. And then they could do it all, because they have the clothing, so we could get the T-shirts there, we could get the letterheads there, the envelopes done there. But first, and I showed them the pictures, and they, said, oh yeah, there's any of them we can do. This was called a pencil drawing, ours are pencil drawings, or the production ones. So we just have to narrow it down and get it to them. And the simpler it is, the less it's going to cost.
Absolutely. And the other thought, again, this could be months from now, but if the Friends were interested in maybe collecting orders from folks, you could do a mild mock increase and do it as a fundraiser.
Fundraiser.
Yeah, so if it's like $12 a shirt, maybe you charge 15, and there's a little bit goes to the Friends and for members,
We could
whatever.
do that.
But, T-shirts, our Veterans Council in my town, we do the long sleeve shirts, we do the T-shirts, we do the caps, we do sweatshirts, so people can order it, and if you take the orders, then you're not carrying inventory that you have to try to match, and then you can give it, Judy can order one size, I can order, whatever, so, just a thought. Now that you're a 501c3.
That makes sense.
That's it.
Yeah, that's all I had to say. So you have homework, sorry.
Okay, and you want it back within 2 weeks,
Yes, please.
or as soon as possible?
Yeah, I mean, if you can by 2 weeks, that gives me 2 weeks to pull the stuff together, because just my days are so unpredictable. So, but please put your name on it if you have any comments, and clearly indicate which are your 2, and put them in order. So if you like number 7 and number 12, just first choice, whatever.
And I can stop by your office in 2 weeks, and if, I could get it, I could compile that.
I will
Wanted
never
to.
refuse that. That would be awesome. Thank you, Judy.
Okay.
Taken. So, and then if you have other suggestions too, feel free to add it. We just had to start somewhere, right? Because this process can go on forever.
Yeah, it was dragging kind of, and Elaine turned in the only things that we had, some pictures that we had. So I thought, well, we met and we came up with more, so that now I think we can just narrow it down and move on.
Nice job, guys.
Yes, and thank you to both Judy and Elaine for their time. And it takes a long time to sketch stuff and come up with ideas. And you both did a lot of research, so I'm very grateful. Thank you. I cheated.
Okay, I'd like to bring up new business, and under new business, we have the revision of our new rules and regulations. And at this point, I'd like to thank very much my 2 volunteers, as I was appointed chairman, Elaine Lemoy and Lynn Beaupre. They volunteered to help me with it, which was a great help because they've been here longer than I have. So it didn't take too much revision. It was mostly wording. I emailed out everybody, so they had a chance to read it ahead of time. So your hard copies are here today. If I could have a motion to accept them.
Do you mind if I take a look to read it? just
Oh,
So I can offer my 2 cents.
Oh, sure.
I don't have a vote on it, but if there's a few things, I know there was a question about committees. I don't know, do you want to?
Yeah, I was just wondering, because I knew like you are, and that had never been on the agenda. So I just asked Sharon about it, but she clarified it, that it's in the rules and regulations, and, it isn't something that has to be on the agenda every week, and it can be coming, what did you say it came under? Like new business, or what did we decide?
I thought you were asking about committee members being required to report back
Yeah.
at every meeting.
Yes, okay, so that would be put on the agenda, like, I guess, like you had your own little committee to do this, and so.
To do a report.
Yeah, and so then you would just report, which you already did. You said you had, 2 helpers and.
Yeah, I
Says
think
here,
committees,
It says all committees shall make a progress report at each meeting.
Yeah,
right.
and I just,
And like you did the logo when you first started. So, yeah, I think our committees
Question.
should do a report.
yeah, and then there should be
keep-
designated committees. Elaine, how is your committee doing, And then it says once, so you kind of set a project that you're doing, and you set goals for that project, and once your goals are reached, you're disbanded as a committee, like your
Right.
committee's now disbanded, and that would go into the report, and so it would be documented.
What's the question?
That was my only thought on that.
There is one typo in this.
Where?
Page 3, under Article 8, Section 1, it said the board shall go down to the 1, 2, 3, 4th bullet. Assist in identifying the total needs of the communities. There's a number 8 there.
Oh, do you have an old?
Where is it?
I have the one that got sent to me.
Okay, the one today, it's been changed.
Oh, okay. That's good.
What is it you're changing?
No, that's all right, it's already fixed.
The one that I emailed out had a typo, and it's been changed.
Oh.
On page 3?
Yeah, there was an 8 in there instead of,
Apostrophe. Okay.
There was an 8 in there.
no, on your
So this is.
hard copy today, it should be fine.
It's been fixed.
Yeah, it's been fixed.
Okay, so this is fixed.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was the one that was emailed out.
She's still looking.
I wouldn't make a good proofreader. I read this thing 3 or 4 times before I mailed it out.
Yeah.
The right way to prove something is to read it backwards.
Read it backwards.
Read the words backwards, and then you
Yeah,
would
either
catch
that or you
something
have a
like the
reader.
8. Because if you're reading forward, your brain reads ahead.
Okay.
How do you read backwards?
I don't know.
And while you were reading that, I'd just like to take a couple of minutes to thank, again, Elaine and Lynn for helping me with this. And I also would like to thank Nicole, because I approached her about looking for the original so we could make some changes. And the original is a PDF file, and I don't know anything about internets, but, and it couldn't be changed. So she offered to retype the whole thing, and she has made a file now that we can enable and make changes in the future. So thank you, Nicole.
Thank you, Nicole.
Thank you, Nicole.
Yes, thank you.
Do we need a motion to accept these as?
We're waiting
No.
She's still reading.
You're
Reading.
still
Sorry, well,
cruising.
so
Okay.
I still have a little bit more to read, but there is a typo on the second page. It is under, it's the last full line under Article 5, Section 1, meetings. Instead of send, it should be sent.
Will be sent.
Where is it? Article 5.
Article 5, last,
Section
next to
1,
last
meetings, the last full line. It says, a copy of the letter of notification to board members will be sent. It should be T, not D.
Good eye.
I see that, okay. I can make that change.
Okay, and then I'm looking at the Article 5, Section 4 records. It's page 3, Article B, or Bullet B, whatever you want to call it, and it talks about the Council on Aging Director preparing the annual report. I don't know, that's part of my job. I don't know that that belongs here, because it's got nothing to do with the board. You know, I do have to prepare an annual report, and it does have to go to the
Selectmen.
yeah, and it's select board, it's no longer Board of Selectmen.
So we
and
don't
it doesn't
need-
go to EOEA.
We don't need B in there at all.
So it doesn't go to us.
No, if you wanted to put something about the board being able to see it, that's fine. You could say something like, you know, the Board of Directors can request a copy of the annual report, or whatever you want to put, it's fine. It's actually included in the book that comes out, that, I don't know if any of you read that.
Town report.
So why would we
Annual
not get a
report,
copy?
yeah. So this is a legal thing rather than a, but the board rules do not oversee the director, and the director's rules, you know, so, anyway.
So we can eliminate B.
So just cross D out.
Okay.
No
you're
problem.
You're taking out that whole section?
Yeah, B.
Okay.
Other than that, I did skim, I have to be honest, so there could be like little typos that I missed, but I didn't see anything else. That was my only,
Thank you.
Do we want to?
oh, and, oh, I'm sorry, can I just, first page, Article 4, Section 2, duties of officers. The email address for the town clerk is .usa. I'm going to guess that's a typo, it should be .us. Check on that, but I believe it's US. That's what everybody else's emails are.
Okay,
Yeah.
take the A off. That's important for you.
It's very important, yeah. It goes to the right email address.
Thank you for that.
Okay, I'll shut up now, I'm done.
No, that's all right.
Do we want to postpone a vote until
Yeah.
next month then? Or do we want to do it with the
With the
corrections?
With the revision, yeah. And I'll make the revisions and email.
We just
and
want to,
have
we want to
copies.
vote to accept it with the revisions?
Yeah.
Rather than go through another month?
I second.
Highway up to you
Okay.
folks, yeah.
All right, I vote we accept as written with the exception, with the adjustments and
Corrections.
corrections
I
made
second
at
it.
this meeting.
I second it.
All aye.
Aye,
Aye.
Aye,
thank you.
okay. These are our new, this is your new Bible, ladies.
Citizens' participation. Jim?
Oh, he's got,
Oh, we're in trouble.
No. You know me better than that. Jim Manise. Yesterday was a great time. It would be nice if it was like a half hour longer. We were just up there and partying, you know, so I think that would add to it. 'Cause, I mean, all of you are up there dancing, having a good time,
Yeah, we did.
and it was like over.
We can see it'll obviously increase our costs for the musician, but, yeah.
That's just a suggestion, that, from an observation. I'm not up there dancing and stuff, but I saw a little.
Oh, you should be.
Yeah. Jeez.
And give careful thought to subcommittees. And technically, you have to post it and everything else. You should just have working groups as best you can, and not a subcommittee. Because if you do a subcommittee, you gotta post it, hold the meetings, take minutes. So just think about that when you're doing your business,
Yeah.
It's simpler.
Stop
Yeah.
using the word committee.
I hadn't thought about that, but you're probably right. When you use the word committee, there are rules that govern committees, whereas
true.
working groups is, and I don't know that we're often going to have those, but you're right, we should make sure it's done, or,
However you like to do
Yeah.
it. It just-
Well, we could take out that section where it says committees.
Well, you don't have
No,
to.
you have to
or maybe you
leave it in
just
there.
change it to working groups.
We just won't call it a committee.
How you create it.
Okay.
When you decide you want to do it. You
Yeah.
can still have subcommittees, but you
Yeah.
can say, well, we're going to have a working group of Sharon and Judy.
A working group, I like that.
So it's, and on the reports, Sharon's required to do a director's report, but the committee can do a report also. Because the committees are required, or can, and some of them are required to do reports. So you could look that up in probably the committee handbook, which is,
Okay,
Right,
so
yeah.
we just call it
That's all.
working group
Thank you.
and get around all the
Thank
terminology.
you. I thought you were going to offer a
The
vote
rules
on a logo.
they're all very
Exactly.
nice.
Everything we do is not
Artistic
big
work,
stuff.
very, very nice.
We don't need to get into
It would be
this could
stick
be-
figures if I drew it.
This could be separate, like
Do we leave
on
that
the
in?
envelope or on the side, you can
Pull
always
that in.
Oh, yeah, oh, sure.
use a
Sure,
town
because we may
logo
at
as
some
the
time
official
Want to have a committee.
doing stuff, but
There are restrictions to how the COA can use the town logo. So we can use it on our letterhead, but I couldn't use it on our newsletter, for example.
correct.
So I would like something we can use that's ours, that I can use on everything, so that we can start
And
to
it's
brand
consistent.
ourselves. Yeah,
Thank you.
but you're right.
Thank you.
No, nothing from the peanut gallery, okay.
Anything else from our citizens out there? No? Well, at this point, I'd like to adjourn the meeting. Could I have a motion?
I so move.
All in favor?
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.
Very nice.
Good job,
Congratulations
Jan.
on your first meeting, Celine.
Thank you.
I thought